90-Day Fiance's Julia Trubkina opens up about grief and healing after deep personal loss. Julia Trubkina, one of the most memorable personalities from the 90-Day Fiancé franchise, has shared an emotional update with her fans following a deeply painful chapter in her life. Known for her debut in Season 8 and her marriage to Brandon Gibbs, Julia has long been a fan favorite for her vibrant energy, quirky humor, and resilient spirit. Yet behind her bright smile, Julia has been facing an incredibly difficult time, especially after the recent loss of someone very dear to her. Julia has always worn many hats, from a dancer and stand-up comedian to a model and reality TV star, but one of her greatest passions has always been animals. After struggling to find her place in the U.S., she found inspiration in her love for dogs, which led her to launch a pet-centered subscription service called Kingdom for Dogs. It was her way of combining her entrepreneurial dreams with her devotion to her furry companions, Simba and Nala. Unfortunately, in May 2025, tragedy struck. Julia's beloved dog Simba passed away unexpectedly. The emotional toll has been immense. More than just a pet, Simba was like family to her companion during times of transition and stress. Now, a month after his passing, Julia is bravely opening up about her grief and the emotional path she is currently navigating. Julia's emotional Instagram update: I allow myself to cry. In a recent Instagram post, Julia shared a heartfelt message with her followers, along with several pictures of herself wearing a flowing orange dress. In the caption, she reflected on her inner emotional state, revealing the vulnerability she has kept hidden for some time. I allow myself to stop being strong, she wrote, to cry if necessary, to be still if I need to be. This powerful message resonated deeply with her fans. Julia admitted she used to feel like she always had to be strong and keep moving forward without taking time to rest. But the challenges of the past year have taught her otherwise. The year has not been easy, physically or emotionally. The combination of professional pressure, personal loss, and relational tensions has prompted her to reconsider how she defines strength. By embracing rest and reflection, Julia is discovering that healing does not mean ignoring pain. Instead, it means acknowledging it and giving oneself the space to recover. Her message is one of compassion for herself and for others who may be experiencing similar hardships. The loss of Simba, more than just a pet. Simba was not simply a dog to Julia. He was her companion, her comfort, and a part of her daily life. He represented stability in an ever-changing world, especially for someone who moved across the globe and left everything familiar behind. Losing Simba was like losing a part of herself. The sudden nature of his passing made the grief even harder to process. In her social media reflections, Julia has hinted at how deeply Simba's presence shaped her life. For her, the pain of losing Simba isn't just about the absence of a pet, but the emotional void left behind. Animals have a way of connecting with us emotionally, often becoming symbols of unconditional love and support. For Julia, Simba was not only a friend but also a silent witness to her growth, her triumphs, and her struggles in a new country. Coping through creative outlets and career shifts. Julia has always been creative and ambitious. In recent years, she has tried her hand at various professions, from stand-up comedy to modeling. Though these ventures have had varying degrees of success, one constant has been her desire to express herself and connect with people. After launching her pet-centered subscription box, Kingdom for Dogs, she finally seemed to find her niche. The business allowed her to combine her entrepreneurial goals with her love for animals. It also gave her a purpose and a project she could pour herself into. Following Simba's death, it's clear that Julia is still finding ways to keep going, though at a slower, more mindful pace. Modeling has become a way for Julia to channel her grief and stay connected to a version of herself that is confident, expressive, and strong. Her recent photo shoots reflect a blend of emotional vulnerability and inner strength, an artistic mirror of what she is feeling inside. Challenges in her personal life with Brandon Gibbs. While grieving Simba, Julia has also been navigating challenges in her marriage. Her relationship with Brandon Gibbs, whom fans met during 90 Day Fiancé Season 8, has had its ups and downs. The couple faced significant hurdles in the early days of their marriage, living on Brandon's parents' farm, adjusting to cultural differences, and dealing with the pressures of public life. More recently, their relationship has been tested by differing life goals and unresolved issues from their past. Though Julia hasn't shared all the details publicly, she has suggested that communication and emotional support have not always come easily. In times of personal loss, support from a partner can make a significant difference. Julia's reflections on her emotional health suggest that while she's working on herself, she's also learning what she needs from those closest to her. Why Julia's vulnerability matters in the reality TV world. In the often polished world of reality television and social media, public figures are typically expected to present a picture-perfect image. But Julia is choosing to do something different. She's choosing honesty. By sharing her grief, fatigue, and moments of emotional fragility, she is reminding her fans that being strong doesn't mean being unbreakable. In fact, it's the act of acknowledging one's pain that demonstrates real resilience. Julia's openness has struck a chord with many of her followers. Comments on her posts are filled with messages of love, support, and shared stories of loss. In this sense, she's not just healing herself. She's helping others feel seen and understood too. What's next for Julia Trubkina? While she hasn't made any official announcements about future projects, Julia seems to be in a season of transformation. This period of reflection may eventually lead to new professional ventures, perhaps ones focused on mental health awareness, animal welfare, or even motivational speaking. Given her natural charisma and her ability to connect with people on an emotional level, Julia could expand her platform beyond reality TV and social media. Her journey could become an inspiration for others navigating grief, transitions, and emotional healing. She may also continue to grow Kingdom for Dogs as a tribute to Simba, incorporating elements that honor the bond between people and their pets. Such a move would be not only therapeutic, but also deeply meaningful for her fans who understand the special connection humans have with animals. Final thoughts. Healing doesn't happen overnight. Julia Trubkina's journey is one of resilience, authenticity, and personal growth. As a reality TV personality, entrepreneur, and pet lover, she has worn many identities. But it's in her role as a grieving, healing human being that she has connected with her audience on the deepest level. By choosing to be honest about her emotions and vulnerable about her struggles, Julia is showing that true strength lies not in hiding our pain, but in facing it head-on. She's setting an example, not just for other reality stars, but for anyone dealing with loss, that it's okay to pause, cry, and rebuild slowly. Healing is not a linear path. It comes in waves, some days full of energy and progress, others heavy with sorrow. Julia's decision to speak openly about where she is on that path makes her story not only powerful, but necessary in today's fast-paced, image-driven world. In the midst of pain, Julia Trubkina is choosing healing, hope, and authenticity. And for that, she continues to be one of the most relatable and inspiring voices in the 90 Day Fiancé universe.